Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am ready for... Yeah man, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining us in another video. Today's video promised to be informative. I want to share with you the first trimester experience. Yeah. And I just want to remind you guys, like this video from now. Feel free to drop your comments down below. We just will be sharing our own experience, and we know that everybody experience throughout this phase will be different. Some will be very much similar, but we hope that the information that we will share today can be helpful to some prospective mothers and fathers and even persons going through this phase now. Yeah, you understand? So I hope it will actually be of help to other persons out there. So
keep watching.
You.
A lot of people might think as well, because our last few videos while we were consistent in the end of last year were pregnancy videos, other people's pregnancy videos. And people might think, oh, them did that give a hint, or them did that try to prepare. We weren't. This is just totally separate from that. If anything, you would say God did not prepare we.
Yeah, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, because we it never up on the table. Remember, I did terrified. Still am, but I'm a little bit more comfortable now.
And even based on the reaction in the previous video, you realize that there was a time when we were contemplating this thing, and I think in the latter part of 2021, we reached a point that we said, okay, we're going to wait and deal with some other things first, and then perhaps later on. So this thing kind of caught us. I don't even want to say too much off guard, but it wasn't deliberate. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
So, first trimester, how are you feeling?
Why do you want me to answer that first? I want to hear how you feel first, and then I'll tell you how I feel.
How you feel?
First trimester.
Just find out you're about to be a father.
I think I'm still. I still have not reached the point where I'm like get a full grip of the situation and say, yeah, this will happen. It's more a matter of excitement and like, my God, it's kind of so okay. So it's like becoming a bit more overprotective. Like, yeah, make sure you eat. You're not hungry. You know this. How you feel? May that hurt you. The kind of thing there. And I think it's an interesting journey for me. They know that the first trimester stage is really ticklish, really delicate. So that's really bothering me, because I remember even wanting to say to some person, say, so this is happening though. Like, you want to tell them, you just want to tell them. Yeah man, but you just can't. To me, just themselves know it's not the time to say about it. So I kind of feel uncomfortable in that regard. Yeah, I become so curious now that I start watching videos and all, and something I learn.
So all along me I tell him to watch the video, then we know and knowing just start.
Yeah, how much
knowing the importance of watching the videos.
Because it's reality now. So how is it for you so far?
For me, yes, that's exactly how it's been. Right, so I had a lot of fears coming into this, as you guys know from the previous videos. I've had a lot of fears coming into this, and I'm like, how is this even humanly possible? Like, why? And all of that. And now that I'm here, the first trimester has been, or was,
was, because we are, you might not
we're
know.
out of it now.
Out of that stage.
Alright, so the first trimester was scary. we learned even more things to scare us, and a few things to comfort us. So I had a lot of health scares, and immediately. So immediately, when I say immediately, I mean when I say when the Bible says suddenly, immediately, I felt the tender boobs. I had all of the little symptoms. I didn't vomit, never vomited. Only when we did have COVID, I did vomit. But besides COVID, I never vomited. I was always, my stomach did always sick. I always feel like mega vomit, but never did. And cooking. Hey, people, married somebody who can cook here. Because, me I tell you no, since we found out, I haven't been able to cook like a full meal. Like maybe cook like one piece of something or something, one piece of something, but not a full meal. And that is because once the pot gets hot on the stove, it's just disgusting. My stomach's sick. My head hurt me. Like it's just like, ugh. Can you just get that outside? Like if we did have like one outside kitchen, like, that would be perfect. But I've had to like lock myself in the room when cooking is happening. So yeah, and like, wow, my blood pressure. Oh God, I'm gonna move on, but let me give them props, because them just a search feed.
It's fine.
He has been wonderful because he's cooked all the meals throughout the first trimester. And let me big up now. He's cooked all the meals throughout the first trimester because I was unable to. And
the first trimester don't be. Okay.
Yeah, push it for.
Okay.
Anyhow, he's been great. I've had a lot of slip out this and slip out that, and he's been there. One night he did have to like literally lift me up and carry me back in my bed because part of me slip out and it just wouldn't go back in. Hypertension, one of my eye,
peripheral.
the hypertension lick part of my eye, and so the peripheral gone in a one, but it might come back. We're praying it will come back.
It will come back. It is coming back.
So it's been a roller coaster. Oh, I'm on bed rest from jump from beginning. So a lot of people are going to say, oh gosh, you're pregnant, she died, she never want nobody see her. I was on bed rest, couldn't leave home. The few times you want to see me out the road, I wasn't supposed to be there. I just me enough and want to come out of the house. But I've been on bed rest forever, so we're hoping to come off soon. So how has it been with knowing that I'm getting, I was getting sicker and sicker every time we got a doctor? Like every time we got a doctor something.
I think it become a bit pressuring on my side, and let me explain what I mean. I had to do more, and I know I had to take on the responsibility to, oh, what it now?
Of two people?
Yeah, two people, yeah, I could put it that way. And I am a person who love to fret, you understand? I like to worry sometimes, even though I have to be constantly saying, hey, this bigger than worrying, you understand? And them moments that come when I feel like, I wonder if you're nervous, you just don't want to even think the negative, and sometimes you're curious.
Sometimes with all this spotting.
Yeah. Oh, is there anything to that mother?
Me just remember like I would have like a random spotting, and then me like, Jerome.
Yeah, when that should do the call in there, it's like, what happened now? So once me she said that, when she go to the bathroom, me get nervous. Like me I say, what now? Yeah. And then me she said, Jerome. I said, Jesus Christ, what happened now? So I think in the beginning, early stages, what's the name of the condition again?
I don't remember. We did have one clot.
There's a clot.
Yes.
We'll put the name there. And so kind of so that spotting probably whenever time she's in the bathroom, very light, but at the same time not okay, not the norm, simply mean that something is wrong. You understand? So that this sort of get me a bit shaky. So I had to do an ultrasound, and that was when we discovered that the clot was there, and as such we would have gotten guidance in terms of how to treat with this, which includes.
So that's how I got on bed rest.
Yeah, so the bed rest involved in it, and then abstaining from sex and all of that, and we're being transparent.
You need to you need to love the other person outside of sex. Yeah. Like you really need to, because things happen and your health can be at risk, and if you can't do it, what you're gonna do? You're gonna left, or if it's seasonal, so what you do? Like,
and we're being transparent, you know, because this is reality, and I know some persons would have gone through this before, and others to come may experience something similar. So I hope we can take the positive from this and understand that, guess what, we'd have gone through this, we'd have passed through this, so just sharing our own experience with you, right? So that was the case. For me, even with the abstinence thing, it wasn't a big thing. I was more concerned, and even now, more concerned to, okay, that I wanted to ensure that the child is okay, you understand? So that kind of kept me afloat and keep me okay. I just want to know that the baby is okay. And then, so from we discovered that, we start to pay attention to diet and ensure that we're consuming vegetables and all them something. So
because with the clot, and I couldn't move too much moving up was not recommended for me. That's why I made up on bed rest. So I have to eat all the fruits and vegetables, because I'm not supposed to push, no force, nothing not supposed to go on down here. So bowels should be free, everything should be free. I'm not supposed to force nothing with down here. So diet had to change, and with a couple of with the 2 pregnancy videos that we did before with the other couples, they mentioned that it's a while after you have the child that the abstinence starts. However, we discovered in our own experience that it can start before. So all, in essence, with that particular part, is you and your partner have to have a connection without the sex.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to understanding again, and I really desire and would want to encourage, especially young men, move away from culture and tradition into basically living your own life, understanding what is important, what is priority, and allow you to define your reality. Don't make society define that for you, right? So that was it. And then, as I said, even when it comes down to transportation, I have to ensure that I drive slow, and
can't shake up.
I just start shake, she start make up her face.
It's getting better now though.
No, you're getting better now, but it can be annoying at times because really and truly, we don't have the best roads. And sometimes, for me personally, sometimes I drive slow because I'm not going to mash up the car. But even then, kind of say like, I tell us we not drive too. I mean, I say, I not drive fast. Like, what you want me to do? You can't in here. Like, sometimes it get really annoying, honestly. And like me, I say.
But like when the car shake, like I feel it. And it hurts my back, and it hurts my pelvis, and it hurts my hip. Everything just hurts.
So you kind of slow down a lot of things. So you have to take a time and crawl. And I want to see Patul, you have to take a time, and even when I take a time, like, I can't help this, but I think we have got through it. We have used up the highway more and waste money on toll. She don't want to get shiny, but anyhow, we had to do that. What else I see?
What else was significant for you? Like a significant takeaway in the first trimester?
I think it was becoming more connected with your health, and like me start know everything we are going with the health, probably more than you in a sense, because where medication and stuff is concerned, like me know what I'm going and me start research. Like, I think that was it. Me become a greater interest where your health is concerned, And also I become way more knowledgeable about pregnancy and mother and the whole process. Like me start research. If it's something I'm to her, before I go to doctor, me start research and try have my speculation
Dr.
before.
Google and Dr. YouTube.
Yeah, me start do my thing. So I go there and them attack. Whatever they are saying to me, it actually makes sense because I have an idea and we can ask informed questions, that kind of thing there. So I think it was the education aspect of it that was more the takeaway from that early stage for me. And basically reshaping my mind to understand that guess what, your life is now transitioning into this new phase. And another aspect of it, I think I started to discover a new aspect of myself, whereby preparation becomes key because from people, so baby here, I have been making adjustment, like serious adjustment. Like there are things that I had planned. I have to put up my plans.
Rims?
Yeah, because I decided to go buy rims in my car. I'm gonna start up my car for but. Yup. Prior to take over, and I don't feel hurt. I'm happy. But it's just that is just one little thing. So okay, then we have to start think bigger than that and to understand that okay, the whole iron on the power 4% iron so to go and work. You understand there are other things that I have to deal with. And also in terms of how I spend, I wasn't a loose spender from day one, but even now I have to be more deliberate about how I spend because now I start saying I have to ensure that my child has a better life or a better step in life than I had. So I start become way more concerned about savings and making adjustments where finance is concerned. And funny enough, I always think about future hard and a pre-future serious, but now I start really serious, like a time for walk and start up myself, the host need to come and yeah, the kind of thing. Like I start taking it serious. I think it has
in the pregnancy video they reveal and that you're saying now, I forgot to get her working out as if he's not working.
I am and I'm not good job, yes, but I start look on what is expected or the projection of what I think is expected and I start think like it's not quite it, bro. I have to do something more like yeah. But it's a wake up call and I'm becoming more serious than I was before.
Okay, so going into the next trimester.
I'm excited, you know, because let me tell you guys, I've been to two ultrasound now. So the one with the clot I saw that one and I saw the baby moving strong. And if you want me to see one, I said, oh my god. And then now we're moving into trimester number 2. And I feel so happy to know that we'd have crossed over that little delicate phase where anything can happen in a sense. Not like things cannot happen, but we're being prayerful. Another thing I must say before I go for this, you know. So in the first trimester when the spotting was going on and everything, I remember one Sunday morning I came out here and I was pressing my clothes to go to church. And I was in the living room pressing and like something just coming on me and said, oh God, so much people have baby. Sometimes people want it, sometimes people don't want it. And with there, I try to get the first one. And if you blessed with this, then why Mr. Spotting I go come in and make you feel like saying that? No, me get vexed, man. The man that come in and wake you up, I'm saying, no, we go pray. I'm saying in the business who you want to be, no demon, no devil, not go come in at this. And you're not going to dictate whether or not the baby I go survive. So I'm going to tell you today, you're going to live. No, I was so upset the morning, like, me literally the only person I chat to myself like my mother. I said, no, if you got a doctor and a fret because doctor said this, doctor said that. I said, no, I'm not going to work, you know. So I get up and I put on the iron and I say, babe, wake up, we need to pray. And I say, God, I put this in a year and I say, if you give me this, no, you may talk to me. If you give me this, you have to go do something, you have to go keep this. And I start commanding and I start speaking to it because I say, yo, I can't take the frustration, so either I'm going to take the case myself or I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to put it in a year and I'm going to trust you, say, guess what, this must work out. And even after I left, because Candace didn't come to church with me that Sunday, even when I left, I felt assured and I feel like, yeah man, I'm leave it up for about this now. This I got alright, so I can move on to the next stage, just start to plan for this because you already sanctioned this and if you sanction that, I don't care, no short foot devil can't stop it. You understand?
Oh, same foot shot.
Don't busy me, man. You can't stop it. Cannot. So we dash your friend through the door where this is concerned. We ain't worry. You have to watch that one. Yeah.
That's true. The last symptom, because me just remember it. You should have written these down.
The cravings them? What did you talk about?
I never remember that. But I had mad cravings. I was always craving something salty, banana chips, anything salty.
Let me tell you, can I try your press first? Pick it up in the middle of the night at 12 o'clock. You want baked bean and sachets. I said, no man, you have to stand up breakfast David. I forgot boil frankfurter.
Because I wanted something
Egg.
salty.
Then
Sausage, egg, banana chips, anything salty.
Then I started wanting the tamarind something. Then the banana chips thing as I said before. And then now you start, we not bother you, but you can't get a grape with ice cream. My sister ice cream in the fridge, like,
It's very
whatever.
specific.
I'm like, anyways, I went to get the grape with ice cream and just sit down and mash up the jar or something. And she reached down to the end there. She was like, you want some? But it's fine. But that was it. And then the part that this slightly annoyed me was the fact that I would say to you, Carissa, what do you want to eat? And she'd be like, wait a second, let me get an example. You want fritters? So she want fritters. So I say, okay, me don't want that. So I look after it and get her. Then I say, then go and do some chicken pasta. Do some chicken pasta for myself. And then I say, babe, come at dinner time, start eat now. She looked on fear one and she was like, let's start upon my one. I see her.
No, I feel for your one.
Can you taste it? Taste you know. And then from taste you eat up a whole of my something. And I say like, me not ask you want this, you want this.
That's what the baby wants.
And that's the next thing, that's what the baby want. Like, okay.
Well, second trimester cravings coming soon. And the medications that I had to stop taking.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's important. Let me just say it before we forget about it. Because this is very important to people. Understand that when I didn't know this, I understand. Especially in the first trimester, there are some things that you perhaps used to take in terms of medication, probably like eczema cream, probably the things that you used to wash and the detergents, look at something there. Consult with your doctor if now that you're pregnant, if it is safe for you to continue using these things, because some of them you may have to very well cut off, right? Because it may not be, you might look at it and say just lotion, it can cause damage, you understand? So don't underestimate the effect of these things. Find out from a doctor if it is safe for you to take these things. I remember at one time I said if you bloated and so forth, I wonder if you can take the diet. Bear in mind now you're pregnant, so nobody just quick to take any and anything. Be very careful. Consult a doctor. Don't just rely on social media and Google, because people can say whatever.
And Google doesn't know your particular body and what's going on in your particular body.
So be careful.
Somebody could take, like somebody else would be pregnant and they are able to take the diet and it's fine, but then you have different underlying issues, and if you take the diet you might cause problem. And remember that your body's already developed. The life that you're now creating is just developing, and anything can affect the development.
Okay, we're going to cut this one and stretch it out. Big up on yourself. Like the video here, big up.